Welcome back everyone to the final beer review of the weekend until next weekend. Maybe a couple of cheeky ones in between, but I don't think so. I'm going to try and be good. Final beer of the weekend, as I said. Next one up is one that was a part of 3 for a fiver in Morrison's, and it's a cider. And anyone that watches the channel regular knows I've done a few ciders, and I do quite enjoy a cider. You're not going to get anything special out of them, but they're just enjoyable, refreshing, and just nice to drink. But yeah, I picked up 3 for a fiver from Morrison's, and I've picked up some of the, I'd like to think maybe some of the better quality ones. So yeah, I've got an Italian one in the fridge. I've got something else which I can't remember the name of. I think the Italian one's about 8%, the other one's about 8%, something like that. And I've got this one, and this is from Aspall, and this is their Premier Cru cider, coming in at 6.8%. Lovely bottle, love the shape of it. I love anything, if a brewery does something a little bit different, tries to stand out, it's good, I think. So, bottle's good. I like the label. They certainly make the labels, they make themselves look a bit more upper class. I do like the bottle cap. You can see that properly. But I do love a bottle cap with a bit of design on it. You're paying quite a bit of money for these beers sometimes. Not necessarily these, but it's nice to think that hopefully you'll get a decent beer and they've gone to town on everything else. So you feel like you get your money's worth, don't you? As I said, 3 for a fiver, 500ml bottle, 6.8%. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. On the bottle, just quickly, it's saying an elegant extra dry cider with a light floral aroma. Now, I think a lot of the ciders I've had sort of lately have been sweet, medium sweet. So I'm quite looking forward to this. Hopefully should be nice and crisp, should be nice and refreshing. Hopefully going to get a nice taste of apples. Because most importantly, you want it, for me, for a cider, it's got to be crisp and refreshing, and the refreshing bit comes really from a nice apple taste. If it hasn't got that nice apple taste, you might as well chuck it in the bin, really, a cider. So anyway, I haven't got the rest in there yet. There is a bit more left. So a nice apple juice colour, maybe a bit more golden. Plenty of carbonation in there. We've got a dusting of white on top. Or I shouldn't say that really, because that sounds like I'm borrowing somebody else's. We've got half a finger of white head on top. Normally goes real quick on ciders, the head, but even though it's only small, it's sort of staying there. So looks as you'd expect. So let's dive in on the nose. Yeah, you can tell it's dry. You can just tell with the smell of the apples that it's got that dry aroma in there. It's just a lovely apple smell. Probably bittersweet apples. There's that slight sweetness in the aroma as well. Wouldn't necessarily say I'm getting any sort of floral notes on there, but it smells alright, smells good. So let's dive in, see what we get. Cheers everyone. Oh. Yep, definitely dry. You get that sort of, I find with the drier ciders, they tend to be that little bit more acidy, I think, for me. And you sort of get that in the taste, but it's not uncomfortable. Some beers can be a bit acidy, ciders on you, and they can be a bit uncomfortable. This isn't. Actually, for a cider, although it's sort of thin, you do feel it's got a bit more about it, a bit more sort of body to it. Although you can hear the carbonation that's flying up there, it's not too heavily carbonated in the mouth. Dry, you're getting that dryness. It's got a nice apple taste, as you'd expect, really, to be honest. If they're brewing a decent, say brewing, and whatever you want to call it, if they're making a better, they're a bit of a higher brand, so you expect a decent sort of apple taste to it. the rest in there. Yeah, it's really refreshing, and it is crisp in the mouth, crisp to drink. It's almost, when you drink it, it is literally, it's like biting into an apple. It really, you get that, when you bite into a nice apple, not that I eat much fruit or anything myself, but you bite into an apple, you get that crisp sort of taste, and you're getting that exactly the same sort of thing in there in your mouth as you drink it. 6.8% is nowhere, absolutely nowhere. I mean, if you're a cider drinker, we're in Billy Ocean territory there for me. Red light spells danger. 6.8 summer's day, you could end up in a right state, I reckon, because you could down this like nobody's business. Really enjoyable, and I know there's a couple more in the Morrisons by me. I don't know how many they do, but there's a couple more, so I'll probably pick them up at some point and try them. But for me, that's nice, that's tasty, that is. And like I said, light floral aroma, I didn't get that in there. Ooh. Maybe getting a bit more now. Give it a good, oh, excuse me, perhaps. Maybe getting a very subtle hint of a floral note in there, but as they say, light floral, it is very light and subtle. But for me, well worth a try. Enjoyable, really enjoyable, quenches your thirst, and at the price, well worth picking up. So that's it for my beer review. If you've had it, by the way, let me know what you think. Thank you, as I always say, thanks to all the new subscribers, thanks to all the comments. Hopefully I try and reply to as many as possible, and hopefully I help some people. Some people do ask me questions about the perfect draft and certain things. Hopefully the answers I give them do help you out, or them out. That's it. If you want to be notified when I'm going to release a new video, there'll be a bell somewhere down there, I don't know, either side. Hit that and you'll be notified when I release one. That's it. Don't forget, I'm doing a live spicy challenge next Friday, 6:30, taking on Iceland Ghost Chili sausages. Gonna try and destroy the whole pack, and no doubt there'll probably be a beer or two coming up on Friday, and I'll probably bang 6 reviews out on the weekend, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, as I'm trying to do now. So thanks for watching again. I'll leave you in peace. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers, guys.